My name is Austin Daly, and I have Glenda Wheeless with me, and we're going to do an interview about her time as a physical therapy assistant. Hey, Glenda.
Hey, Austin, how are you?
Doing good, I hope you are.
Yes.
So, you were telling me in your 40s that you decided to shift your career focus as a physical therapy assistant. What made you want to shift your focus so, like,
Well, I was a homemaker and exercise instructor for many years, and I wanted to take exercise to a deeper level. I enjoyed working with people, so I thought about the physical assistant program at Nash and was able to get in, and it all started.
what challenges did you face when you decided to do this?
Well, I was still had four boys at home, one in high school, one in middle school, one in elementary, and one still at home. He was about 3 or 4 years old. And I had to do daycare, manage school, get them off to school, make sure they did the homework, baths, and put them to bed before I ever started my studying at 9 o'clock at night. And I would stay up most nights till 1 or 2 o'clock studying and get up if I had a test the next day. I'd get up at 4:30 or so and start reviewing my test and getting breakfast, getting kids up and getting them off to school.
Sounds
Yeah.
sounds dreadfully busy.
It
Good
was
God.
very little sleep.
Mm. So, as a physical therapist assistant, what did your day-to-day experience look like?
Well, we would I did different, I did home health some, I did rehab in a rehab setting some, and then I did hospital some. So, depending on which form of where I was working, what I would do. But every day would start getting kids off to school and then working kind of 8 to 5 doing therapy, if whether it's in the hospital with acute patients, rehab with subacute, or in the rehab day outpatient rehab. I did some too.
Okay, so did you find yourself focusing on any form of physical therapy?
After about working about 10 years, aquatic therapy was becoming popular, and I kind of wanted to see about that. So I started looking into it, taking some specialty classes with it, and fell in love with it, and ended up getting about 300 hours of specific training for aquatic therapy. In the last 6 or 7 years of my practice, I actually did predominantly uh, outpatient physical therapy in aquatic setting.
What was it about it that pulled you in?
It's different. It's so opposite of land therapy. Um, it's when you look at the weight bearing activities and motion in water, it's kind of opposite of land. And it was so much easier for many patients to work in the water and progress in the water versus on land. Is their pain was much better in the water, and even you could have water assisted movement in in aquatic therapy, where on land they're having to lift their arm against gravity, we're not so in water. So I just love kind of taking the different techniques and actually use them in the water with different patients and type of therapy.
I can imagine with those like with limited mobility, old elderly patients, or anybody
Yeah.
like back pain or anything, that would be
Yeah,
aquatic therapy would be so much of an easier
it is.
type. Um, so were there any patients that you formed any deep connections with the more often you work with them?
Well, you always form connections with your patients, but some of them you can't while you're practicing with them. But after many of them, we became friends and we visited and kept up and phone calls and still I have some today that they're friends now. So yes.
So you do have relationships now even after practice
Oh
that
yes, that's
um,
definitely.
I imagine that was so this it sounds like this career choice has rewarded you in more ways even after practice, like with friendships you said. Um and in what ways have you applied what you learned in your in life today?
Well, number one, for me personally, I know the importance of exercise, and my friends and all. I'm a big proponent of exercise, good posture, good uh, lifting techniques, and I can see people as they're walking and things, and look at their posture and notice different things, and notice we have a weakness in this or body posturing that's needs to be corrected. Yeah, you learn that and you never lose it. You have it always.
Oh, okay. Um, so, what would be your favorite memory that you have as your time?
I had one patient I had multiple times, an elderly man, and he had a series of strokes, and I'd see him, and he loved the water. He loved the water. He could hold his breath forever. But as he had more small strokes, he ended up in a motorized wheelchair or a motor power, and his wife would drop him off at the front and tell him to stay there and go park the car, and he'd look at her with a twinkle in his eye and just go and just shoot off and come down this long hallway as fast as he could. Lord helping anybody else walking out of there. Hit the button to come into the pool and come in just as fast as he could and hit the wall before he hit the brakes.
Oh my,
Grinning the whole way.
oh my goodness.
And his wife would come running in shortly after and like, told you to stay, wait. And he just grinned the whole time. Loved him, loved him, loved him.
Sounds like you have.
That's my first memory I think of.
Oh my goodness. So, at the end of the day, what is your taken away experience of this as a career choice and like the impact it's had on your life after?
Well, I enjoy helping people. I enjoy working with people. And it was very satisfying. And I felt like, that's where the Lord wanted me to be. And I'm very proud of being able to help others.
Well, thank you for your time, Glenda.
Thank you.
Thank you for the interview. And that's all.